Hey YouTube lovers, welcome back to Shayla's Journey to Success. Today I'm coming to you all, as you saw in the title, a little bit different, and I wanted to be able to make sure I give you guys the tools, the fundamentals to add to your toolbox in any part of your life, right? So as you know, it's Shayla's Journey to Success. And for me, I always want to share and motivate, inspire each and every one of you guys, including myself. So today I just created a self-guide for a better future. I didn't create it today. I created it actually for a client, and I wanted to make sure I shared with you all the same tips so that you can implement them in your life as well. Stay tuned. Struggle here and there, just keeping up with our daily lifestyles, including work, personal beings, and styles of living. Absolutely normal, but I wanted to come to you today with 8 tips to improve your productivity and to stop procrastinating. So I just wanted to pull up my little document, and I will be sharing this below, so be sure to go into the description and retrieve it for yourself to share with yourself on the regular, as well as your friends and family and anyone you may think is in need of it, right? Some of these things you've probably already implemented in your life. Some of these things you may have already tried. Maybe it didn't work for you for the most part, but these are still huge tools that I believe truly and work for me in my own lifestyle and how I keep up with my daily flow and productivity is these 8 tips. So however you need to maneuver them within your daily practice and lifestyle and schedule, do so. Whether it be every single day or you take 2 of them and implement it, I just encourage you to start adding them little by little. It takes 21 days to create a habit within our life and within us as a person. So take what you need, leave what you don't. So tip number 1 is set an intention for your day. I know it may seem minute to some of us. Some people do it on the regular, but overall, setting an intention for your day, your week, even that month, it gives you such an advantage of what you are really going for. Decide on what you want to achieve. These goals will drive you to stay active on whatever that goal is. So I always say it, I'm going to be praying, I'm going to be manifesting, whatever it may look for you, begin to do that in the beginning of your day, beginning before you go to work, or even if it's the end of the day and you just need to reset and you go ahead and set the rest of your day a new intention. Manifesting and putting out what you intend to do or to attract or call into your life, it puts all the power behind it. So I highly encourage you to start implementing intentionally setting the intention of your day. Okay? Tip number 2, make your priority list. So I know you all are probably over people having sticky notes or notepads, whatever you need to write on or in, maybe it's your cell phone, make a priority list. Make sure you know, once you set an intention, what it is that your end goal includes. Even if it's just something as simple as the short goals to get to that longevity that may be in 3 weeks, start small for the first week and then the next week and that third week. Again, 21 days, 3 weeks, it creates that habit. So start making it a habit to make your priority list. Start small and add as you grow. So maybe if it's just that daily list and then it becomes a weekly list, whatever it may be, just how you need to do for groceries, because as soon as we walk out the door, it slips our mind. So do the same thing with whatever your goal may be. For example, for me, I'll get real with you. I have a goal, a huge goal for me is to make $5,000 in 6 months. Yes, your girl has made an entire grid. My sister helped me, shout out to my big sis, and I'm on a roll. Every time I deposit, I add it onto there. So just simple things like that. Now, when it comes to your priority list, that could be a priority. Hey, I know that on each Friday when I get paid, I need to go ahead and update my list. Simple reminders for the bigger things help you to stay on top of those things. So make a priority list. Maybe you start from the smaller and get it larger, or maybe if you need to add the bigger things so that you won't forget, start there and go lower, okay? Tip number 3, to stay productive and to stop procrastinating. It goes back onto making the priority list. Now we go a little bit into it a little bit more deeper. Create a daily task. So now find what you should do every day to achieve those goals. Journaling your thoughts, keeping your calendar organized. So my friends, king or queen, whomever is watching, if you aren't already, and I know it's different for every person. We learn differently, we balance differently, we just move different as individuals. For those who it resonates with, depending on the type of lifestyle, type of learner that you are, if you're more hands-on, you're more tactile, get your pen and your notebook and start to write it out. Journal out your thoughts that's pertaining to that specific goal. I know I may slack on this. Be real with yourself. This is only for you. No one else is going to be sharing it unless you're like me and you get on YouTube and you talk about it. But if not, write it out. I know my weaknesses, write it out. I know my strengths, write that out pertaining to those goals, so that when things get a little wishy-washy or not so on top, you know where to go back to. Okay, I know my truth is I'm not able to do this at this time, but today I'm going to start small. Have your calendar laid out in front of you, regardless if it travels with you like mine does on the regular, or if it's in your phone. Add it in there and keep yourself accountable for that. Maybe you take away a coffee that you want to drink, or you don't go to Starbucks this week, or even if it's simple as me, I'm a DP girl, Dr. Pepper all day. So I take less from myself if I'm not applying and putting the effort that I'm lining myself out to stop procrastinating and to become more proactive, and productivity will increase, whether it's my personal or my professional lifestyle, slowly but surely. All right, getting back to it. 4, create a workspace. So, just like you see me moving around, traveling around, wherever I'm recording, maybe somewhere different, it may look different. But wherever I go, and I encourage you to, the workspace will help you to create the nuisance for productivity. Keep yourself away from distraction. So although I'm not in my own home, in my lovely warm, 4 walls, I'm somewhere where it's no distractions. I chose to make sure I got into this hotel room, not only to be closer to work, but for me to reset, me to stay focused and get grounded and centered in where I am at and what I am needing to focus on doing, which is serving you guys, right? So wherever it may be, wherever you may move to, travel to, we work remote a lot nowadays. Take what you need, leave what you don't, get what you need on your desk and create that workspace. No matter if it's in a coffee shop, in an actual office, or at home, lessen the distractions and deepening your awareness on what you're focusing on in that workplace. All right, tip number 5, my favorite. And that's simply give yourself a break. Your body, your brain will be most appreciative. You deserve to relax and to slow down whenever you got so much going on. It's a lot at once. The first 4 is create, make this, create that. It sounds like a lot, but when you start implementing these little tips, it helps you take a lot of the stress away from the coulda, shoulda, wouldas, the I'm getting behind, I'm procrastinating because I didn't get this planned out or organized, prepared. Start preparing yourself for success. So again, in the meantime of preparing for success, throughout those times, give yourself a break. When I was in nursing school, I always started doing the tool of 25 minutes on, 5-minute breaks in between for 2 hours straight. Now, depending on your type of work, you may need to get up, you may need to stretch, have your snacks available, have your water available. Throw on some Netflix if you're in the middle of a long, drawn out, work layout of work. And then just break, relax, and enjoy it, and then get back into it. Okay, moving along to number 6. Most importantly, stay focused. Break time also helps you to stay focused. So don't think that, I'm just slacking off. If you apply that time to just relax and rest and not filter yourself with social media, phone calls, that's gonna distract you, throw you off. It depends on what you're doing. So just be intentional again with what you include in your time to relax and slow down. Try to find the best ways to stay focused. And some people may need to listen to music. Like I said, eat a snack, vice versa, whatever works for you. take it and go with it, okay? And then sometimes you may just need to critique it a little bit, change it another time, and then go back to it if it doesn't work. Again, just like these tips and tricks, some of these may have already been in your lifestyle, but didn't work at one point in your life. But remember, we keep evolving, we keep growing and learning more about ourselves, and things change. So maybe it's time to just bring those back into your lifestyle and your schedule. All right, number 7 is track your to-do list. Now, going back up to the first 2 or 3, you set that intention, you've made your priority list, and then you chose a task to focus on. Now, I want you to go back into those and definitely check off, cross off, draw a squiggly line, whatever it may look like on your notepad or on your phone, do it. It is such a relief to get things off your list. You don't recognize, some people don't realize how much of a relief it really can be to just simply check X, next, and you just keep moving, okay? So it will help you stay motivated and get you one step closer to your goal. And keep reminding you, 3 out of 5 are done. That means I shouldn't give up. I'm already there, right? All right, and last but not least, to you all, enjoy the process. As tedious, as annoying, and just so meticulous that it may be for some of us. Once you start to practice and apply the effort, you begin to get a little bit more lax, a little bit less stressed, and you can enjoy the success that you're really focusing on. Enjoy the growth, enjoy the process, and evaluate your progress. Don't just simply, okay, I done it, done. Reevaluate where you're at. Maybe you need, like I said, to twist some things a little bit one way or another. Critique yourself. It's perfectly fine. The best way to grow and to learn and to heal is to ask yourself, why am I doing these things? Why aren't they working for me? And most importantly, what can I do to get better? Be resilient in this battle, because when you start breaking those old negative, non-serving habits, then you're one step closer to becoming and elevating yourself to that beautiful individual you are destined to be. My king, my queen, I really hope some of these tips are helpful to your success, to be able to stop procrastinating and help you to stay productive and organized and all that comes up in your life. So to reclip and recap on the 8 tips that I have to improve your productivity and to stop procrastinating. Number 1, set your intention for the day. Start off with a bang. 2, make your priority list. And 3, create a daily task. So maybe you don't want to do all on that list. Just start with the first one and make that your priority and then move forward. 4, create your workspace or your workplace. Make it your home, make it where you're comfortable, wherever you may be. And then once you get enough, give yourself a break. Tip 5, give yourself a break because you may need it and you deserve it. 6, stay focused. So when things coming up, let them go by and get refocused. Slow down. Maybe you need to take a few breaths or whatever it may be. And then go on to 7. It's going to be track your to-do list. Stay on top of where you are. Reevaluate where you're going. And last but not least, girl and guy, enjoy the process. Every little bit, the nooks, the crannies, the upsets, the downs, the highs and the lows. And journal it out. Release it outside of this, so that you're able to get back focused and get back on your grind. I truly hope you enjoyed this video of your guides for a better future. How to stay productive and organized with Shayla P. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and comment below what your thoughts are and share with someone who may be in need of these tips, because we all sometimes get off track. And I really hope you can subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button below. And until next time, mwah, love and light. Bye.